tips on mold, also what you need to do to get your credit score higher, and also what financials you need to be ready for your home purchase.
Let's get started. So Ryan, what type of documents does somebody need to have prepared when they're looking to get approved for a loan?
There's a lot of documentation that you need. There's no more stated loans, there's no more getting around it. It doesn't matter how good your credit is, you're going to need to put a full financial package together. They're going to look at your pay stubs, not just one pay stub, you're going to need a full month's worth of pay stubs. You're also going to need your bank statements, 2 full months worth of bank statements, all the pages, even the ones on page 6 of 6 that says this page is left blank, they want to see that page. You're also going to need your tax returns. Even if you're a W-2 employee, they still want to look at your tax returns now. So you're going to need all of your schedules, your 1040s, the whole 9 yards with the tax returns. And finally, you're going to need your W-2s. This way they can verify what your tax returns that you actually had a full working job. On top of that, there's some additional documentation that can be requested. If you've been divorced or you've had a bankruptcy, they are going to want to see the full paperwork to make sure there's no other payments or additional debts coming out of your income per month. This way they can have a full picture of your financial situation, approve you for a loan that you can afford so you won't go into foreclosure after you own it.
Sounds like a lot of paperwork, but very good information. Thanks so much, Ryan. Ryan, how does an appraiser determine the value of a property?
Interesting question. In today's market, there's a lot of different ways that an appraiser can look at, and it's a lot more difficult to actually come up with a value. With the amount of foreclosed homes that are out there and the amount of loss in value that we've received, the appraiser has to be very careful when determining the value of a property. They're going to have to find at least 6 comparable properties, whether sold homes or homes that are on the market for sale, that are going to be within roughly 1 mile of the property. Now, the actual radius they can look at is going to be determined on how many houses that are in a neighborhood. The city of Chicago obviously has a lot more houses within a square mile than, say, a more rural area that has more farmland, for example. So the appraiser has a little bit of leeway what they can look at, but they have to find, like I said, at least 6 properties that they can compare to that have sold within a certain time frame, typically within 90 to 180 days. The other thing, they can make a lot of adjustments based on the actual size of the property, the bedrooms, even the bathrooms, or if it has a finished basement. So the appraiser has some leeway in what they can do, but the most important thing is they can't go back, say 2 or 3 years ago and take someone's word for what they bought the property for. They have to be able to justify what they believe the value is.
Very informative. Thanks so much, Ryan. So Ryan, what does somebody do when they want to improve their credit?
There's a couple things that you can do to improve your scores very quickly. One of the ways to do it is to simply become an authorized user on someone's credit card. It can be a family member or a friend. But you want to be careful that it's not a card that they have a high balance on or that they have late payments on. This can hurt your scores more than it can help it. The next thing you can do quickly is to simply pay your credit cards down to a $10 balance. The way that the credit cards respond on the credit bureaus, they look at your limit compared to what your actual balance is. And if you have a low balance compared to your limit, this can improve your score significantly. The third thing takes a little bit longer of time, but you can actually obtain a new credit card. Showing that you have the ability to obtain new credit increases your score significantly. It's just a way to manipulate the credit scores and to have a higher score so that in the long term you can obtain better rates and secure financing.
Great information. Thanks so much, Ryan.